Hello, everyone. Grab a cup of coffee. Join us for a quick update for the real estate market. August 2023. Man, a lot of crazy headlines continue. We're just seeing stuff that's confusing all over the news, maybe the TV, the internet, wherever you get your news. It's confusing, but we're going to break it down for you.
I thought maybe we could confuse you a little more. Just
Yeah,
kidding.
absolutely.
We came into this year with a lot of fear, a lot of headlines, and concern,
Yeah.
and things that didn't make sense. So we want to share with you what we know, so that you can know.
I almost feel like this episode should be titled "What Went Wrong and How Everyone Got It Wrong When They Were Predicting What Was Going to Happen This Year."
So we're going to show you an example of the first thing that we wanted to share. Here, Fortune magazine basically talks about a 20% home price decline. 7 forecast models are leading a crash. So here's where the other 13 models have the 2023 housing market going. And if you look at the little red box, that was December of 2022.
That was unbelievable. Well, no wonder people were afraid. Even today, a whopping 26% believe that. Still believe that prices will go down from here. That's 1 in 4 people. Well, we believe that the facts can shatter that fear. That's what we're going to go over coming up.
So let's talk inventory. So it was predicted that we would have a lot of new listings for this
that's
year.
what they thought was going to happen, right?
Yeah, well, that didn't happen. Why?
Fear. A lot of fear. A lot of fear out there.
Yeah, so people were afraid of, a crash, just like '08. And the idea was that everybody would rush and sell their homes before the crash or the bubble. And then they would be saved and everything would be a fairy tale. Well, so that didn't happen. Some people did put their homes on the market, but what was going on was we had rising interest rates, and with that, hey, the sellers, what are they?
Well, you know what? I don't know. What are they?
They're buyers. They're buyers. They don't want to trade.
That's not on the script.
So that's where a lot of that fear came from, but that didn't happen.
Yeah, there were a lot of people that did rush to sell, thinking the market was going to crash. Because I mean, how can you not? What we just said, 7 out of 13 projected that the market was going to go down. So there was a lot of panic selling going on earlier this year, but that pretty quickly evaporated and stopped. When I think most folks realized 2008, 2011 was not repeating itself. Let's show you what we mean here. Taking a look at this graph, the gray, light blue, and dark blue lines, they represent 2017, 18, and 2019. There's a seasonality to new listings coming to the market. As you can see, it builds into the spring, and then about May, it starts to drop off and then drops off more dramatically when the winter months come. This happens every year, so there's nothing to be surprised about, nothing to be concerned about. It's just the normal seasonality of new listings coming to the market. But the break point is normally May nationally. We usually extend that a little bit out into August here in Colorado Springs, and you can see that black dotted line coming down. Well, that's May. That's what happens nationally. All right, so what's going to happen with prices? I think that's what a lot of people want to know. In order to figure it out, do our best to predict the future, we're going to take a look back, not only to last year and 2021, but check this graph out. This is 48 years of,
Data from Case-Shiller.
monthly price movement. Tell us what it says, Steph.
This graph shows us how much prices can go up according to Case-Shiller.
Right.
So how much do prices actually go up every month? Well, there's a seasonality to it, right?
Yeah, you can see that.
As the home buying process comes into play in the spring, prices go up more substantially. Then as the year goes on, they don't go down. Here, there is no big red bar anywhere. There's
no negative, yeah.
Right, but the level of appreciation decelerates. There's a big difference between depreciation and a deceleration of appreciation.
Yeah, as you can see here, houses in October, November, December, they still go up. It's just not the same as in the summer, and that's where we are right now. So what's going to happen the last third and fourth quarter? Well, we might have a little bit of a decrease in prices, but that's just a seasonality. I think kind of normal, right? Of course, we couldn't sustain that. I mean, that was out of control growth. The party had to end, right? And it did. Partially, I'd say mostly because of the interest rates. Who knows? If we kept the rates at 2%, 3%, maybe that increase would have continued, but it didn't, primarily because of the rates. And so here we are. This is what we got.
So what's going to happen this year?
Yeah.
Jeff Ryder.
You got the crystal ball?
Yep, I have the graph.
All right, let's see. Let's take a look.
Let's take a look at our local numbers here. So we can see prices shot up too fast at the beginning of the year. We made a correction. That was last year. We talked about that. And that's not us saying that. You can see from the local MLS that we're doing the same seasonality of pricing.
What I'd remind you when looking at this graph is draw a line right down the middle, because that's where January is. The left half is last year, forget that. What we're looking at is what's going to happen this year. We got 7 months of data so far.
Yeah, and we do see an upward trend because of seasonality, even in spite of interest rates. So, are you ready to talk mortgage rates?
No, I'm so tired of talking about mortgage rates. Ugh, they're awful. I guess we got to talk about it. It's the elephant in the room.
Here are the projections moving forward. So if you look at the left-hand column going down, we started the fourth quarter of 2023 and we go to the third quarter of 2024. So that's the forecast. We're already in the third quarter of this year. So the forecast in the next 4 quarters, we give you here Fannie Mae, the MBA, which is the Mortgage Bankers Association, and the NAR, which is the National Association of Realtors. Then we averaged all 3.
I got to tell you, this is probably the most useless part of our presentation, because who the heck knows? These are probably the same people that were projecting the crash last year. It's the same people that were projecting we'd be in the 5s by May. I remember people talking about that. You know who you were.
Yeah.
And so who knows? But I tell you what, whether it's the 5s, the 4s, the 6s, if you need a shoulder to cry on or an ear to talk to, that's what we're here for, okay? And you know, I think a lot of people do predict that once these rates go down, prices are going to shoot up. So it's almost like pick your poison, right? Yep. So, hey, you know what? Whether you're thinking about selling, buying, or investing, give us a call, shoot us an email. Either way, our information is right there at the bottom. And we would love the opportunity to talk about you and your particular situation.